Why hello everybody, Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and in today's video, this is my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. So without further ado guys, let's rank. Alright, I was gonna say let's discuss, and on my head like let's rank. Either or, we're going to be discussing the ranking for my top 10 most anticipated movies. So, I don't want to waste any of your time here, but I was making this list. As I was making this list, I was like, there's some difficult problems here. So, as of this recording, we don't know. This is December 10th. Nope, Wednesday, December 11th, and we don't know if Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming out in 2025. There's speculation it might come out in 2025. And I was going to put a couple honorable mentions. The Minecraft movie I'm excited for. There is 28 Years Later that's coming out. I'm very excited for that. That didn't make the cut on this list. And Paddington 3 I'm very excited to watch. Which I was going to have Paddington 3 on the list until I looked at other movies and I'm like, this is making the cut. So, there's a lot of movies I'm excited for next year. I mean, there's Tron Ares that looks kind of interesting, but we haven't gotten a trailer for that yet. So these are movies that I've been really anticipating, ones we have a trailer for. There's one of these on this list that there's no trailer yet, but the reason why it will just be justified. So with that said, we're going to kick things off at number 10, Wake Up Dead Man. And this is a sequel to, it's a Knives Out mystery. This is the third in the trilogy. Don't know if they're making this the last one or not, but I like the two movies. I thought the first Knives Out was really good. I thought the second one was a substantial sequel. And to me, it's like Netflix is very odd. Like the first one wasn't Netflix, it was a theatrical movie. And then the second one they put it on Netflix. So, and they're doing a similar thing, but they're having a problem with the production or something or other. I don't know if it's a problem with the production, with saying, oh, you can't do this or that on Netflix, so I don't know what's going on. I'm still really excited to see it. I know there's a good cast involved. I know Rian Johnson has a good idea for it, so I'm excited to see it. It's just low on this list because I don't know rhyme or reason as to why it's on Netflix, but I'm excited to see this movie because of the format. I love the first two, the other two, and the mystery involved in it. So, yeah, all of that said, I can't wait to see this next mystery that Rian Johnson's whipping up. But other than that, it comes pretty low. Like again, I love the cast that have been in the first two. So to see who he gathers up, I remember he's gotten a couple people so far, but I'm just interested to see how this cast does this next mystery, and Daniel Craig as the little investigator, so I'm excited to see all of it. Number 9 is F1. And if you don't know what F1 is, this is a movie that's about Formula 1 racing. And I was struggling to put this on the list, but then I decided to take off something and add both of these. So, F1 is about Formula 1 racing. It has Brad Pitt, and I know he's the lead star in it. I haven't looked up the rest of the cast, but F1 seems like a fun movie. Excuse me. There's a trailer out now. One trailer is like a minute long, and I think the song they use in the trailer is "We Will Rock You." Such an interesting song choice. But as they're like moving the gear shifts, it's like boom, boom, psh, boom, boom, brr. And it's like we will rock it. It's the way they use the song and time it to the beat of like the sounds is incredible, and I liked it a lot. And I'm like, I actually have interest in this movie. I like the movie Ford v Ferrari and the movie Baby Driver. Now, Baby Driver is not about racing, but still about cars, still using cars and stuff. And I love that. So this I'm actually quite interested for, and it comes in at number 9 here. And I don't have any other thoughts particularly. I love the trailer. I'm getting excited about a movie about cars, and it comes out in June. And another movie that comes out in June is How to Train Your Dragon live action, and that is number 8 on this list. And the reason I'm including this, because some people will be like, you're dumb, like you're stupid. But I'm an advocator. I'm saying I'm telling people to go watch this movie because specifically one of my friends, I'm not going to name names, but one of my friends doesn't like these Disney live action adaptations. For good reason. I agree that these Disney live actions are getting out of hand, and she's like, "Oh, now DreamWorks is doing it." But what people don't understand is they got Gerard Butler playing the dad in live action. They've got the same music composer person. They've got Hans Zimmer bringing back the music. They've got Dean DuBois directing this film, and he's taking it seriously. It's not some other creative vision. Now, I am going to make a video about Lilo and Stitch because that actually looks like a good movie. A good person to take on the route. But this, however, it's all of these pieces being formed into one live action. Where my friend was like, "Why didn't they make Jasmine look like her character if this is a live action adaptation?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. They're just fictional Vikings, so I'm like, okay, it works. I like the cast they got for Astrid and Hiccup. I love the kid from the Black Phone. Speed of Black Phone, that's later on this list, but hey, what a good casting, you know? Maybe, is he in the Black Phone too? We'll have to find out. Interesting stuff. But, again, I love this cast for this movie. It's getting me antsy. The trailer got me antsy. I started crying at the trailer because I love the way Toothless looks. I love the way the score builds in. I love this franchise of animated, of the the trilogy, and I'm like, I'm gonna eat up this live action movie. It's gonna be the best thing. I mean, I've been talking about Lilo and Stitch next year. That looks like one that's promising. That's gonna be like an honorable mention for next year. But the live action How to Train Your Dragon, I had to put on this top most anticipated list because I am really excited for this movie. So that's number 8 on my list. Number 7 is, or that's not right. Is that 7? 10, 9, 8, 7 is Fantastic Four. And this was one I struggled with months before. Not even prepping this video, but prepping months ago. I was asking my friends in my nerd group, hey, what do you think, the most excited for, my friends back home and at college, are you more excited for Fantastic Four or Superman? Because Superman is a great production for a superhero movie, for a DC movie, because they're shooting it in in Ohio, where I live, and I'm biased, and they're shooting it where the Hall of Justice is in Cincinnati, where I live, not my hometown, but in my state. In Cincinnati, there's a museum that was inspired by the Hall of Justice, and they're shooting it there so they can get the Hall of Justice shots, and I'm like, that's incredible. And I love that so much. And just everything about the Superman movie sounds so good. James Gunn's like, this is going to be so good. So yeah. But Fantastic Four is the first family in Marvel, and my favorite genre is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And love superheroes, love this casting for Fantastic Four, love that they're going back to the basic, they're not going back to an origin story, but they already have their powers, they're going to have their own story, they're going to go on their own adventures, and I'm a big fan of this animated cartoon, the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes. So this movie, I'm hoping, can be an inspiration like that comic, like that cartoon, because the cartoon was inspired by the 2000s movies, 2000 Fantastic Four movies, but the 2015 one just sucked, which I actually watched again a couple months ago because I was on a Fantastic Four kick. But this movie, we haven't gotten a trailer for it yet, but it seems really good. The theme song is actually online by Michael Giacchino, and that's another reason I can't wait for this movie. So I'm excited to see this movie. Hope it doesn't fail because I love the Fantastic Four, grew up with the cartoon, and I actually quite like the 2000s movies. They have some charm in it with Chris Evans, and Chris Evans came into his version of Human Torch was in Deadpool and Wolverine. So we got some Fantastic Four. We got John Krasinski, getting a little bit of Fantastic Four in there. So we're getting the movie next year in July. So I'm excited to see these movies next summer. So it's kicking butt. So hopefully this movie can kick butt. So that's number 7 for me. Number 6. I won't say it a third time. Number 6 is the Black Phone 2. Like I was saying, How to Train Your Dragon, Hiccup is the kid. Mark Thames? Is it Mason Thames from the Black Phone? And I don't know if it was. After this video, I'm gonna have to look up if he's in the Black Phone 2 because I haven't heard anything besides Ethan Hawke coming back. So I don't know if Mason Thames has 2 movies next year. Mason Thames had a movie earlier this year about like a week ago, like before the How to Train Your Dragon movie came out, or How to Train Your Dragon live action trailer came out, and it was like Monster House or Summer House. I don't know what it was called, Monster Summer or something like that. It looked kind of weird, like a cheap movie or something, like a not a big production. But at any rate, Black Phone 2, Black Phone 1 was my favorite horror movie of 2022. And I can't wait for this one. The fact that we're getting 28 years later, that trailer yesterday was amazing. 28 years later, and the Black Phone 2 and whatever other horror movie besides Five Nights at Freddy's, those Black Phone 2 and 28 years later in the same year is great to me. And I can't wait. I can't wait to have them both in the same year. But other than that, this movie, I loved Ethan Hawke's performance. Very scary performance in it. And I just can't wait to see the turn of events. And I like Joe Hill wrote the book. Joe Hill is the pen name of Stephen Hawking. Of what's his name? Who did The Shining? The Shining Son. Whatever his name is. I don't even remember. Isn't it Stephen? No. Oh my God. Stephen King's book. Anyway, so Black Phone 2 comes in there. I can't wait to see the horror of this movie and how well it is done. I hope it's not a bad sequel, because normally the best horror sequel I saw was Smile 2 this year, and that was great in 2024. So I'll have to see if the Black Phone 2 lives up to the horror sequel hype, or if it's gonna suck. I hope it doesn't, but I can't wait to see it. Number 5, or number, I can't read things. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Number 5 is Avatar: Fire and Ash. It's A-S-H. I'm not saying a bad word. Ash. So this one here is one people were like, eh. But I loved Avatar: The Way of Water. I know it was 3 hours long, but it was so good. So much better than the first one. I watched the first one during COVID, and amidst other various things I watched during COVID. But this was, I watched it and I'm like, alright, that was cool. Not one I really need to watch again. And then when the sequel came out, I was like, wow, that stepped up the game. Like, I actually cared about the characters, the story, the progression, everything about it. And the music's quite fun as well. So I actually have genuine itch. And when I heard that there's going to be like fire Navi, that actually is cool. Like, there's different elements. Like the whole water aspect of the second one, it was so interesting, so amazingly detailed to look at. So this one, the fact that there's fire Navi, and they're just expanding the elements, expanding this world, really interests me. Now I know that like, oh, James Cameron's gonna not be alive by the 5th one. He's gonna write it, like whatever. Hopefully it happens, but I can't wait for this movie next year, and another December release date. So this December's gonna kick butt. Next December's gonna kick some butt. So I'm excited. I don't know about you, but Avatar: Fire and Ash comes in at number 5. Number 4 is Wildwood. Oh my God, I cannot wait for Wildwood. So I was talking about How to Train Your Dragon live action. Like, I love those animated films, but this is my animated pick. I was gonna have Paddington on this list until I'm like, well, I was gonna have Wildwood on this list, but when I was deciding, like, did I put How to Train Your Dragon live action on here? I'm like, yeah, because I love those animated movies. Wildwood is a Laika movie, and Laika is one of my favorite. Like, I love the Lego movie. I love the Spider-Verse movies, but Laika is like if you know about the stop motion Aardman movies, I love those movies, but I think Laika is a little bit better in my opinion, because their stop motion's incredible, top notch, and I have a hot take that I like Kubo and the Two Strings more than Coraline. Shocking, I know. But I need to do a ranking of those movies. I gotta. But Wildwood is the next one coming out next year, and there's been no trailer, but what I've heard, like, I'm like, sign me up. I need another Laika movie in my life, and I'm like, I can't wait for this adventure. It's like some girl, I think it's like Wolfwalkers meets, I mean, the best way I can put it is like Wolfwalkers meets Coraline almost. I think that's kind of the vision I got in my mind without seeing a trailer, but I don't know. It seems like they're going in the woods with like this mysterious, creepy aspect, so I don't know. That's the thing. The concepts I'm merging, but I can't wait for this. Another Laika film. I can't wait to see a trailer. Once we see a trailer, I might make a YouTube short or something in my reaction. So I can't wait for it. That comes in at number 4. Number 3 is a movie. It's called Mickey 17. This movie's been delayed like 3 or 4 or maybe 5 times. But the reason, I don't know if 5 times is right, but it's been a delay. It's been delayed a little bit. I think for 3 times. It was supposed to be. Here's the thing. So it was supposed to be March of 23. Then it was gonna be. No, I think it got delayed 3 times. So it was supposed to be March, or it was supposed to be like, I don't know when it was supposed to come out, earlier before COVID. Like they had this movie planned, but it was supposed to be March of 24, and then it got pushed to January of 25, and then it got pushed again. So it got pushed twice till April of 25. And I think April of 25 is a much better release date, because I was looking at it going, wow, this movie, like, there are 2 trailers so far. I think there's 2 trailers so far. There's like a teaser trailer, and now there's an official trailer that looks bonkers crazy. And I can't wait. This is the same director from the movie that did Parasite. And this movie looks bonkers. And I'm like, January release date? This looks like a high-budget film. Like a big budget film. And I'm like, all right, if you're coming out in January, let's do this thing. And there were like 5 movies. It was like this one, Paddington, Dogman. Now Dogman and Paddington have been moved to February. I'm like, okay, Wolfman's still coming out for January. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's not going to be as good, but we'll see. But Mickey 17 looks like this, like it's like this infinite persons. Like there's multiple different versions of Robert Pattinson. His name's Mickey, and there's different versions of him. He keeps trying to die, but all of them are still like he keeps coming back in different times. Well, there's Mark Ruffalo. I can't remember the full cast. It's an insane cast, and I can't wait to see this cast work together. And I'm just excited that it's April. It's too bad I can't go see it with my friends, because it's like the last week. It's like the week of finals for next semester. But I can't wait to see this movie by myself, or when I can, and talk about it, because I've been digging it. I was ready to go see it last year. I was like, where's Mickey 17? And I'm like, oh, it got delayed again. I'm like, of course it did. But I can't wait to see this movie. I'm glad I have a feeling it's finally coming out. It's on the verge of coming out, so I cannot wait for this. I think they delayed it to April because they realized, like, we can't put this thing out in January, or many people aren't going to go see it. Like, they can promote it, but I don't think that they really had a clear, like, January's not going to make this movie good, so let's put it out in a time where actually people are going to go see it. So, number 4, that's where Mickey 17 comes in at number 4. Number 3 is Ballerina from the world of John Wick. Now, that's the full title. I don't really like that. I'm just saying, I'm just going to condense it and just say the movie's Ballerina. So, this is a John Wick movie, but it's in between John Wick movies 3 and 4, so it's like John Wick 3.5, people are saying, because John Wick does have a major role in this movie. It's Ana de Armas. The ballerina is Ana de Armas, and she has a lot of cool tattoos on her back. There's a cool poster out of it now. But why did I say number 3? By the way, number 3 was Mickey 17. No, number 3 was Mickey 17. Number 2 is Ballerina. Number 2. I have to start over. Jesus. At any rate, but Ballerina is played by Ana de Armas, and it's her movie. But John Wick does have a crucial role in this, so it's not like he's gone in it. Because The Continental was a good show, but John Wick was not present in that because it was a prequel with Winston. But Winston's in here, Ian McShane's in here, and Lance Reddick's in here. Rest in peace, Lance Reddick. I think he's in the trailer, so rest in peace, Lance Reddick. But those 2 people are in it, and John Wick, Keanu Reeves is in it. Keanu Reeves is Shadow, then you got John Wick and all this good stuff, so I love it. I can't wait for more of Keanu Reeves as John Wick. I can't wait to see the trailer. Blew me away. And this definitely deserves my number 2, which is funny because without number 1 here, without Spider-Verse on this list, my number 2 and my number 1 are like identical to my number 2 and number 3 spots for my top films of 2023. So anyway, that's my number 2. Let's go on to my number 1. And number 1 is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. And this film, I have a lot of promise for. It could be bad, but every Mission Impossible, except the second one, has been fresh. The second one was rotten. But they are all. I would rather watch Mission Impossible 2 than any James Bond film, and that's coming from someone that loves action and such. I'm just not a big James Bond person, and I love this the entire Mission Impossible franchise. The Mission Impossible franchise is right under the MCU. I said the MCU is my favorite franchise. Mission Impossible is my second favorite franchise. It's so awesome. I love all the stunts in it. I loved Dead Reckoning Part 1. I love Dead Reckoning. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, and it's great to see. I don't know if this is going to be the final movie. They're marketing it as the final movie of the franchise, but if it's just this final chapter of this specific part or this specific era, that's great. But in general, I can't wait to see this movie. This is my most anticipated for next year as of now. But Spider-Verse isn't here on this list. If Spider-Verse was here on the list, it would be number 1. Which would be very funny because that pretty much Spider-Verse was number 1 on my on my top 10 films of 2023. Then it was Mission Impossible. Then it was John Wick. So then you would have had the same top 3 for my most anticipated 2025. But you got my top 2, which are similar to my 2 and 3 of 2023. But at any rate, I would love if Spider-Verse could come out in 2025. I'm so excited for it. I don't know what the rush is. I mean, I don't know what the wait is on it, because give us a release date. Like, as long as you have, I'm sorry, this is a spoiler. This is just a side note. But like, if they have something they can say, hey, it's coming out 2026. I don't know why they're being so secretive. At any rate, they want to surprise us, and I like surprises. So, anyway, don't forget to leave a like on this video. That is my top 10 list. Number 1 is Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. That's my list. Top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. Again, I have to reiterate because some people they haven't said anything to me, but sometimes people just aren't paying attention. This does not mean that this is my top 10 most. This does not mean this is my this is going to be my list at the end of the year. This is just what I'm excited to see. By the way, for all of you whiners and complainers, yes, I am an idiotic nerd, but I am very excited for the Minecraft movie. It was going to be on this list until that first trailer came out, but the second trailer, the honorable mentions, like I said, Paddington 2, Paddington 3, Lilo and Stitch movie, Tron Ares. By the way, Elio, I'm not really excited for it. Zootopia 2 is an honorable mention. But yes, the Minecraft movie's up there. I'm excited to see it. The cast looks fun. The second trailer looked way more fun than the first one did. I actually didn't mind the first trailer, but people were like, this sucks. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I'm excited for the Minecraft movie. But that's my top 10 list of the most anticipated movies. But can't wait to see all these. I can't wait for movies next year and shows. There's Last of Us, there's Stranger Things, there's Wednesday, there's Rick and Morty coming back. There's lots of stuff coming out next year I'm very excited for. So with that said, please stay tuned for all the content that's coming out. That will be coming out here on the channel in 2025 and the future. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, follow me subscribe to the Screen Speak channel. Remember to follow me at my new Instagram page. It's not new, but I changed my name. So this is actually the first video I am saying this for. So it's The Screen Speaks with an S. The Screen Speaks. Follow me over at Boba Fett Master. Links. I just said my name, my own name. Sorry, I forced a habit. Just follow me at The Screen Speaks. Instagram link is down below. Don't forget to do all that, and don't forget to keep calm and watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.